Hello, amazing humans of the internet. Oh my goddess, I'm so grateful to be existing here in this moment with all of you and being present with you in this moment. And when you join, say hello. I'd love to know who's watching or who's tuning in, so let me know. And I'm just taking a few deep breaths for this expansive community stream that I'm doing. And hey, Wyatt, when you join, let me know who it is, where you are, how you're feeling in this beautiful moment in time. I know I have had all of the freaking emotions arise in the past 24 hours with so many different feelings and things coming through with the full moon and just where we are in our evolution point. So I'm so grateful to be here. And on this live specifically, what I wanted to talk with you all about is how to heal yourself, or really how to heal the world through healing yourself. And a lot of you who I posted earlier, you saw about the full moon, and I was saying like everyone's emotions are going crazy. I know that I've gotten so many messages from clients and people on social media of like, Colleen, I think I'm losing my stuff. I don't want to swear on here. What's going on? And I figured I'd actually come on and share just a few things of what's been actually occurring in my life and my evolution of being a coach and being a mentor, being a healer, and what this means for the evolution of myself and what I bring to the world when I offer. So when you're watching on a replay, you can also say replay, but I wanted to offer you some experiences here, some wisdom here, some things that I've personally learned from in the journey of healing myself. And for those of you who don't know, some of you I know have been sprinkled with me a bit just under the past 2 years. You've seen me transition a lot from the girl who started out as an online business with helping you achieve the modern day fairy tale to having an online university to helping you with social media and really transitioning all of them going back into a spiritual journey, into a spiritual path. So, hey, how are you, Gazda? What I wanted to come on and share today with you all is something that's really, really important to me and something that's really dear and near to my heart as we're talking about the full moon and energies arising and emotions, like fully feeling them through us. Is, some of you may or may not know, but I had cancer at age 14. And hey, Rhea, how are you, beautiful angel? I had cancer at 14, and the thing that I wanted to tell you about, hey Milford, the thing I wanted to talk to you about with this and about emotions in general, like the full moon or what's going on is, when I had cancer, I actually had my throat cut twice, which was basically a representation of me not expressing my voice. And the fact that I had to go to so far as I was a little girl from a very young age, and I would pretend to not hear things, or I would pretend to not see things, or I pretend that other realms or dimensions or guides didn't exist. And I wanted to come on today to tell you specifically with the full moon of your emotions, your feelings, whatever it is that's coming up for you, like those things are so real. And I want to come on and make this like pivotal point in my content and what I offer to the world because, for so long I feel like I've been hiding, whether it's behind corporations or I've been hiding behind this business side of me or I've been hiding behind social media. And I want to tell you, like, one of the greatest gifts that I've ever given myself or ever allowed myself to experience is when I had cancer at 14, they told me I'd be on medication for the rest of my life. And I'm going to relate this back to healing the world. But basically, 3 years ago when I started following my dreams, when I left my corporate job, I moved across the world, I've never had to be on medication again. I've barely ever had to go to the doctors. I've never gotten sick except one time where I was on an airplane from Hawaii to LAX and my left eardrum almost popped because I was journaling about releasing identities and releasing parts of me that no longer get to come with me. And then I just shut it and pretended like I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it. It was actually about an abusive relationship that I was in. And I literally shut it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to feel it. It's too painful. And as the plane was descending, my eardrum, I had to go to the hospital like right after because it almost popped. And I want to tell you about healing the world through this and like how healing the world is actually when you heal yourself. And the reason that I share this story with you about cancer or these other parts with you or being off medication is, you know, you can live the most amazing life. You can live with the most exceptional people. You can live with the best friendships and the deepest connections that allow you to explore your essence and explore your visions of what you see, the friends that you hear, the scents that you smell, or other creatures maybe that you see that maybe isn't normal to the human eye. And I want to sit here and tell you, for so long, that's why I ended up getting cancer at such a young age. Is I pretended this other world, these other things that I see don't exist. And that spiraled so many things in my life for so long. And I just realized that it's really important that we all start to honor what we see, what we feel, what we hear, and you start to honor those things. Hello, Samantha, my angel. Because that is the process of healing the world, the process of knowing that there is more than what meets the human eye or what the human eye has been trained to see. To know that when you're truly in your power, in your fullest expression, what you're saying is never going to make sense to most people because it's not logical. And this is why I wanted to come on and talk about the full moon. Because a lot of you who are asking, like, Colleen, I have all these emotions coming up. Like, it's literally chaotic. I feel like I'm going a crazy person or crazy town. I like to say like when you literally, like, your thoughts are just chaotically going and you're like, oh my God, how do I calm this? How do I move through this? How do I process this feeling? And sometimes you don't even know what the feeling is. It just comes from a random stranger. It comes from a random moment. And I want to let you know, when you have those things that come up for you, that's your opportunity in that moment to heal the world, because you're allowing yourself to heal yourself at a deeper layer. You're allowing yourself to go deeper into a wound that you didn't have awareness on. And I really wanted to offer that or share that, and I want to go into some of the three things that I came up with the full moon that felt really important for me to share. I felt called to share for this community live and prayer and light language meditation that I'll be doing at the end of this. And if you haven't heard light language, it's just another language. It's similar to speaking in tongues, but it's basically different beings or entities that we're able to channel through from basically angelic realms, and it goes straight into your subconscious, just to release or dissolve kind of the chatter in your mind of why things are occurring, or how to just go more into your heart with more ease and flow. And so from the full moon, everyone's asking, how the heck do I do all these emotions, Colleen? What's going on? I wanted to share, number one, the first thing that I really, really feel deeply, and this is what I talk about healing the world with. A lot of times I meet so many people, they're like, I want to have this impact on the world. I want to change the world. I want to do all these things. And I'm like, great. What have you done to change yourself? What have you done to look at yourself? What have you done to heal yourself? What have you done to look at the trauma that's occurred to you? And I really go deep into asking people these questions when they come to me and say they want to have this massive impact on the world and they want to do all these great, phenomenal things as a visionary. And it's really, really beautiful. And at the same time, the real work is when you start with yourself, because the whole world can only be healed when you, within yourself, start to heal yourself at every small micro moment. And that doesn't mean it's going to be pretty. It doesn't mean it's going to always be fun. It means sometimes it's going to look really messy. Sometimes it's going to be really chaotic. Sometimes you're going to have no freaking clue why these things are being brought up in your reality. And you have to sit there and allow yourself, the first step of the full moon, if you're feeling all the feels and having your emotions go all over the damn place, you need to seriously sit yourself and allow yourself to acknowledge that those feelings are real. Just as I was talking to you about other worlds or other dimensions, or you want unity for the world or peace for the world, you need to start with acknowledging that your emotions are real and that they really have a real a real entity almost to them, like a real momentum towards them that are allowing you to move and be present in your body to actually like feel that you're on this planet. And if you go through this life and you're desiring to heal the world and you're not acknowledging these really deep emotions that are coming up for you from a full moon or from an experience, you're bypassing your opportunity to heal the world. And so the first step that I want to share with the new moon, or healing the world to heal yourself, the first part is always going to be acknowledging that that your emotions are real. Just as real as, like I said, the voices that you hear, the other dimensions that you see, all the other things, like just acknowledging that they're so real instead of bypassing them and being like, oh, whatever, I'm just having all the feels. You really want to sit there and process it in your body. And that's like more embodiment work. However, if you don't acknowledge it, you can't process what's coming through you. So that's the first part that I really wanted to share about. And if you don't do this, if you don't acknowledge your emotions, that's suppression of your emotions. And the suppressions of your emotions are basically going to lead into something like cancer, something like an illness, something when you have the flu. It may result when you get a car crash. You may result when other things come and bite you, or animals come in like all over your house, or whatever that it is. Like if you suppress these emotions, like if you suppress your emotions, it is going to build up in the physical body, which is going to which is going to create a manifestation of some type of illness in your body, which is then going to put some perceived idea that you need to go on medication to go in a whole medication loop of the healthcare society in America, which is 0% accurate. So, first of all, like I said, whenever there's the full moon, healing the world, healing yourself, literally acknowledge that your emotions are real and start to actually know that that's a real thing, and don't just bypass it, pretending it's not real, pretending it's not there. And if anyone has any questions on this, like on the one back, let me know. I just want to make sure I'm like really sharing it all for everyone who desired to be here. And from the last couple posts that I did, of me really sharing more of the healing modalities and feeling operating systems that I share with my clients and with those closest to me, to really create a greater impact and greater transformation in their life. So if you have any questions about these, you can always message or comment below. And so I'll just make sure. But Samantha, you're so welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Iris, amazing. Okay, so the second thing that I really wanted to talk about is after you acknowledge your emotions. So if the full moon has you like, oh my God, I have all the feels, or in the last couple days, if you've had all the damn feels, like you're not alone, like majority of people have had them. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is after you acknowledge you have emotions, you're like, okay, this is an emotion. This is like an energy moving through my body. Like this is something literally where I can't just ignore it. It's like pulsing through me. The next thing is you want to fully feel that emotion. You want to fully go into that emotion. You want to fully like allow yourself to be present in what energy is moving through you. With the new moon that happened, or the full moon, sorry, that happened, and a lot of things are being brought to the surface. Like anything that you were like, oh, that's fine, it's no big deal, I have no feelings about that, or oh, it's fine, or whatever that it is. Like you were pretending that it's not real. You're pretending that your feelings weren't there. Basically with this last full moon, like brought it all the way up, like all the way, like to the roof, like raise the roof, like your emotions are gonna like spiral out almost. And so after you acknowledge that you have them, you need to really feel the energy. Emotion is energy in motion, emotion. So when you literally are like having the feels, you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling so angry. I'm feeling so much anxiety. I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling blissful. I'm feeling orgasmic. You can see how I just went like literally on a scale right then from anger to this. Like you can transition your emotions very quickly. And I've practiced this a lot. However, this is a practice you want to continuously do because you want to feel the emotion. You want to fully feel it in yourself so you can really understand how to heal wounds that always are going to pop up or reveal themselves to you throughout this life. And when you do this simple process of actually acknowledging you have emotions, acknowledging you have feelings, because many of you who are connected with me, I know we've been taught to be numb, or you've been a powerful woman that's been like in corporate, or you've created all of these, magical things in your life, and you're still like waiting for some more deeper thing. You're waiting, or you're addicted to the next achievement. And so you don't have to do that. Your life does not need to be that way. That's what I'm sharing. And that's why I've gone through my whole journey in my life with that. However, if you don't acknowledge and feel your feeling, you're literally, again, like I said, going to cause a suppression in your body. You're going to cause a suppression of emotion of those around you. You're going to cause a suppression of what's really available for you to tap into. And when you simply allow yourself to go there and really feel whatever energy is going through you, you're literally dissolving any ideology that you could be sick, any ideology that something's wrong with you, any ideology that there's some judgment of if you're that way, if you feel your emotions, it's going to be too much. And obviously, women, I'm talking to you specifically because we feel things a lot differently through our intuition and through the actual womb that we carry of like what actually births another baby or human into the planet. We feel emotions a lot differently than men. And so this is a whole nother live, but I'll communicate this briefly. When as women, we have that chaotic nature, we have everything that's flowing through us. That is our work to go into the work and actually like understand those things before bringing it up into a conversation or before bringing up into a movement. And for men, with your emotions, your opportunity is to really express whatever comes through for you. Like really acknowledge, like, I really am feeling anxious, or I'm really feeling stressed, or I'm really feeling whatever that it is. And when you feel that and express that, or really care, this is really important to me. When you come in that place, you're going to the third one, which I'm going to talk about is communicating your emotions. However, the first step is deeply, if you desire to heal the world, you have to know how to heal yourself through your emotions that come through you, and the emotions that make you excited and also like so angry, like, I want to yell or scream. And you have to play on that pendulum that goes back and forth, because that is the work of healing the world. That is what's going to allow you to create momentum to heal the world, because the world doesn't need healing. You have to heal yourself to reflect back to you an opportunity of momentum that others are naturally shifting around you. Because when you start to heal yourself, when you start to expand and spiral up into the vortex of the world, the natural evolution is those around you are going to spiral up and meet you. And so let me know if there's any other questions on the first one, which is acknowledge the feelings. The second one is feeling the feelings. The third one is really communicating. Or let me see, sorry. Gabrielle, it starts with us. Yes, it absolutely does start with us. It starts with us choosing to honor and love ourselves and acknowledge that our emotions, our feelings, what we see, what we hear, what we believe is totally real. So the third thing that I want to go about is communicating your emotions. So sometimes this is just a dialogue with yourself, like acknowledging, okay, like I'm feeling really anxious. That's the first part. I'm feeling really anxious. Second time, like, let me feel that anxiety. Like, let me feel it in my heart. And maybe I need to put my hand over my heart. Maybe I need to like touch my third eye. Maybe I need to touch the back of my head. Maybe I need to like move down my throat. Like whatever that it is that you need to do to really allow yourself to feel that emotion if it is anxiety. And the third part is really starting to communicate to yourself with an internal dialogue or to those around you of the emotion that you're having, the energy and motion that is literally driving through your soul. That's like allowing you to experience life at a deeper rate. And some of the things that I've learned to communicate to myself, which I wanted to share with all of you, which have been really helpful in my ever-evolving journey of this life of healing myself and healing the world and believing that love will allow everything to come into unity and harmony, is start to ask yourself, why is this feeling arising? So literally take your journal, take a journal, take a pen. And if you don't journal, I should do a whole video on journaling. But anyway, journaling is very important. But take your pen and paper and ask yourself, why is this feeling arising? Why is this feeling of anxiety or anger or happiness or bliss or orgasmic state? It could be all of them. Like, why is this deep emotion of ecstasy or worry coming through me? What is the lesson that it's meant to be offering? And why is it arising? Ask yourself, why is this feeling arising? Why is it coming through? And communicate yourself in that way with no judgment, no shame, no guilt, just allowing yourself to feel the thing and communicate it. Because the more that you desire to just be like, oh, it's all fine, it's all bliss, it's all this, and let me just sweep this all under the rug and pretend nothing's going wrong, the more you're literally blocking the next layer of your gifts. You're blocking your intuitive skills, you're blocking your psychic skills, you're blocking your quantum abilities, you're blocking timeline hopping, you're blocking subconscious mind programming that could be dissolved, everything. If you don't sit there and allow yourself to have a communicational dialogue with yourself without judgment, shame, or guilt, you are not going to be able to embody those next layers frequencies of your writing, your natural ability to allow like things to just flow through you, to evoke emotions and explain things that you see in these worlds. The next thing after that is why is this emotion arising? These are just some questions you can ask yourself, or you can write them down. The next one is, what is this revealing to me? So now that I'm acknowledging I have this emotion, I'm allowing myself to feel it, whatever that it is. Like if it's, like I said, if it's the anxiety, or if it's like an orgasmic state, like, okay, why is this coming through me so intensely? And ask yourself, like, what is it revealing to me? What is this revealing to me? And sometimes it's a mantra. Like I'll sit there sometimes and be like, okay, what is this revealing to me? What is this revealing to me about myself? And every emotion that comes through you is for your highest potential. Everything that you're feeling, especially as women, is for your greatest evolution. For you to really, every emotion that you feel, especially whoever it is, it's really for your emotion to stop feeling numb in the world and allowing yourself to understand people and connect with people and really feel how other people are expressing themselves and how other people are processing through life. And when you actually connect with people on this feeling-based system, I call it a feeling-based operating system, instead of logic, that is actually what blows your business up. That is what actually allows you to travel the world. That is what allows like the house that you magically desire to appear in your reality. That is what actually desires like the mentor of your dreams, the relationships of your dream, the clients of your dreams, whatever it is when you truly sit there and ask yourself, what is this feeling? What is this emotion revealing to me? And what can I now see in the world that I couldn't see before? Because I'm allowing myself to process differently. I'm allowing myself to understand myself at a new rate that I maybe didn't have before. The other thing that to ask yourself is when you're feeling an emotion, it's really, really intense, and you're really desiring to heal the world, and you're like, let's do this. I want to heal everyone, help all these people and all these like social injustices. The next thing that's really, really amazing to go through is asking yourself, how can I release this emotion, especially if it's more of an intense emotion that's maybe distracting you or it's causing chaotic noise in your mind. The best thing to do is to, how can I release this to bring myself back to harmony? How can I release this to bring myself back to harmony? And when you do this, when you're taking the emotion basically, because emotions actually spiral through us, they actually don't come in a linear form. There's a lot of energy. They don't come in a linear form. They come in different spirals. And when you allow yourself to experience the emotions, you're no longer just coming from a straight linear place of, let's say, 1 + 1 is 2. When in reality, it's more like 1 + 1 is 3. And if you don't know that, like the 1 + 1 is 3, think about if you have two people and you add them together, you've basically created a third crystal. You have each of us that are crystals, and every step that we take, we're literally reflecting light, or we're grounding light in from the universe, from source, from God, which is allowing us to act as a healer, act as a transformer, act as a beautiful soul or species. And when you have two people, it creates third. So that's another thing in healing the world is when you're looking at things don't move linear. They move emotionally, which always is in spirals and in ways that can't be described. So those were the 3 things I wanted to cover about the full moon, of why it's gone a little bit crazy with emotions. Well, there's more than that, but there's like astronomical things that are actually going on that is allowing all these emotions the past like 48 hours, or still like probably more 48 hours, like the 4-day mark really, from yesterday. So 2 days before it and 2 days to that, why all these emotions are coming up. So this is the full moon that is basically filled with emotions of anything I've shared, but we've been trying to hide or pretend are not there. They're literally coming straight up through a roof, like to explode. And if you think you're not going to talk about these things, you probably want to think again. But they're probably having chaotic maybe moments in your relationships and your friendships and your clients and your business. Like there's literally probably multiple things going on in your life right now that are blowing up. And that's been through my experience with my clients I've spoken with the past few days and friends as well. But when you really take it at a deeper look of like when I wanted to name this like healing yourself to heal the world, of knowing that, your feelings are what's going to allow you to heal the world. Tapping into a feeling-based operating system is what's going to give you the momentum to connect with humanity. Connecting into a feeling-based operating system where you aren't logically trying to figure out how to just grow your business or how to add just some value. When you're actually tapping into authentically connecting with people, that is what heals the world. That is what, and in that journey of your mission of healing the world, of helping, of conquering, of achieving, you go on this blissful journey of healing yourself, and you become such a new person that you don't even recognize yourself half the times of who you used to be and who you are now. And so my whole point of coming on here and sharing this is realize in your journey of healing this world, of going into a spiritual practice, of desiring to transform the way the world functions, that it really just starts with the simple practice of acknowledging what's real for you, and knowing that what's real for you sometimes isn't real to the normal human. Like the voices sometimes, like I've shared, I have a card deck, an oracle card deck that's coming out. It's kind of like tarot card deck for those of you who don't know. And it's all these creatures that I see. And these creatures just are as real as my phone, or as real as probably each of you that I've hugged. And they exist around me all the time, and they tell me things to do, or they offer me things in my business, or offer me wisdom that I can share with the exact person who's sitting across from me, because I just reflect a reality back that maybe someone didn't know they had possible, or maybe the beauty or key that they hold in them to unlock new codes to allow them to go through a healing journey, or to go through a step in their journey that allows them to see how they can heal the world in a different way, with more bliss and excitement and joy. And so that was what I wanted to cover on here for all of you who are feeling all the feels, and for all of you who are desiring to know, yes, I am definitely a healer. I'm someone who takes that very, very seriously. I just have to do this. And what I do really when I look at that is, if you are looking to understand healing modalities, if you're looking to up-level your life, if you're looking to just understand energy in a deeper way, what I basically do is I allow myself to sit down with you, whether it's online or in person, and I basically can just understand your energy. I see different colors that are running through you. I can see different colors that are running through your business, or I can see different energies or entities that are happening around you, and I can just guide you on how to heal the trauma that's in your body, or the trauma, the emotions that you're feeling and not processing or not acknowledging. I allow myself to just be a guide for you in different questions or different areas to go through that and go through on the outside, like go get to the other side of your journey of healing the world, by healing yourself. So if you're someone who's like, Colleen, I think I need a healing, or I think that I need an energy work, message me, reach out, and I can definitely tell you the process that I put in place to experience that with me. And if you have no idea what healing work is or energy, you can message me and ask me as well, and I can send you some information about that. However, the other thing that I just desired to do before I closed off for this live, which I hope has added lots of value to each of you, is just a quick prayer and meditation, light language that I do. And for those of you, as I've shared, if you don't know light language, of course, Jordan, you hop on just as I'm about to start the light language. Of course, Jordan does. So beautiful. So what I desire to come on and express is I'm going to do a quick prayer and quick meditation, which I talked about earlier from a post that I did. And on this post, I talked about how I personally committed to a new place of evolution for myself, of loving myself, of communicating my healing abilities. And for those of you connected to me who are also on a journey and on a mission to impact this planet, all you have to do is when you listen to this live, just sit back, receive. You don't need to do anything. You can close your eyes at this point if you're on here and just listen. So if you're on the live, for those of you, you can breathe into your sacral and breathe it out like that. Just do that 3 times. One more time. I request for the highest of light to come through in this moment. For everyone who is to receive this and everyone who is sitting here, I request them and decree and declare in the highest expansive moment for everyone to be receiving the codes, the understanding, the feelings, the love, the desire, the motivation, the inspiration to go on with their mission's journey, to truly feel into their heart, to understand that they have the power to heal the world through healing themselves. And I truly pray, desire, and communicate for everyone to be on here to just simply receive in a way that allows them to relax their central nervous system and know that everything they experience in this life is beautiful, real, challenging, and for their greatest good to harmonize the planet. Shorokatreya kataronukaya torre da pareya shoya tortrai kotanukatrai patorkoi tatateo koi shoya katareya toroi tatanakoi tare totopoi tate shokotaranatrai tokaya teretarawa shinakotoraya koi nakatatrapo sheya treya troya te tanakoya te. Continue breathing if you're watching this transmission. Allowing yourself to go from your core. Shirakotoraya kai, shirakotoraya patroya, takunanaraya te koe, shorotoya pate, shoirake, nanai, troya paya, shoiratarenta cow. Dissolving any distortions, dissolving anything out of your reality that isn't allowing you to show up in your highest, most expansive, and fullest expression in this moment, every moment, here to come. Shurakotoraya poetrei katana utorotraya torquaya taritaraya kotoraya putukunanaya shoira kitaraya totaya shora katarana koi traya poe takanantaraya koashai takita. From the highest expansion of the highest realms, counting into the 42, 3rd, 2nd, and 5th spot, allowing this to integrate into your soul, integrate into your body, and allowing yourself to really feel in a space of safeness, to express all of who you are, to know that you're here to heal and transform the world in the journey of healing yourself. Shurakotoreya poai, shoy, sherakenantaya kotroai, shurakotoreya patreya konaya, katarataya, shotorteya. Shoira que trau Shirakotoreya pataraya katananara uteretara tokataraya te patarna kataraya to shotreya shokoi Shirakotoreya paraya toroya tatakananarotai Shirakotoreya patakanaranda to pataraya to toy katroya. For the highest good of everyone receiving this transmission, breathing into your heart, knowing that the world is here for you to take, knowing that love is the only reality that will allow you to transform your life, and knowing that in every moment you have the right and opportunity to acknowledge your feelings, to feel your feelings, and to communicate your feelings within yourself and to others for the highest good of this humanity to evolve collectively, and we cannot do it alone. So if you're here, I honor you. I see you. Thank you for receiving yourself through me in this moment. And I feel such a gift to be offering my soul in this place for all of you. If you have any questions about what I just, please let me know. Reach back out to me. And this is some of my deepest healing work, and this is some of my deepest dharma in the whole world of healing myself and healing others in the planet. So if you have anything going on in your body, anything going on with your emotions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'd love to explore the opportunity of releasing anything that no longer serves you in this magical dimension that we are integrating into the planet. Because the world needs the healers, the world needs the energy workers, all of us here right now in our body for what is happening and what is to happen in the future world.